Hey friends, here we are. It's Monday morning. Are we ready to do this thing? 3-card weekly reading, 3 cards for the collective, individual cards for those who request. Before we get going, y'all know how to make my morning sweet. Katie Kondo, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you for the very, very generous super sticker. Really appreciate that. Claire C., thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you for the generous super sticker. Well, that just puts a smile on my face this morning. You know what else puts a smile on my face? All of you being here. Thank you so much for starting the week with me. I want to remind you we have Global Tarot Circle coming up this Wednesday, 7 p.m. The link is already up. Now, a lot of you know that we're doing a new feature every week. We're doing general readings only on Tuesday Tarot. Normally that's at noon. Tomorrow I think it's going to be a little later. Wait for the link to go up. It'll probably be closer to 1. So we got that as well. And if you look at the descriptions right here for this video, you will see a link for how to book a session with me. Do that. How to get your tickets for StarCon. Do that. You can attend online or in person. And you'll see my link tree where there's a whole lot of goodies. Grand report. A request for a grand report. So, the babies are now both over 12 pounds. You know, which makes holding both of them at the same time, that's a little challenging. They are developing much personality, as we expected from the beginning. Elliot is pretty chill. Aubrey is particular. Aubrey is vocalizing a lot. She's having conversations, if you will. Elliot is imitating tone, which is kind of interesting. So they're verbalizing and they're aware of each other now. They have started interacting with each other. If you put them together, they'll hold hands. They'll kind of play with each other. So that's fun. I have pictures. I will post some pictures really soon. So thanks for asking about that. And of course, their parents are excited about the holiday season. The children have not 1, not 2, not 4, 7 different holiday outfits. So that's going to be fun. All right. Thanks for the opportunity to let me be a proud grandmother this morning. Here we go. Card cam. All right. Today I thought it would be fun to use Heaven and Earth Tarot. Such a beautiful deck. This was given to me by Clumsy Clairvoyance, who is a member here and also a moderator on this channel. Let's get going. Let's get shuffled. And so nice to see all of you here today. Ooh, that was maybe a little rough on my shuffling there. We're getting there, folks. New decks are sometimes hard to shuffle. And I will tell you, the feeling of the cards as I shuffle them is, yes, it's a reflection on the deck, but it's also a reflection on how I'm feeling about the deck itself. So, Joanne, your eldest grand turns 18 on Friday. Right, Pam, the 7 holiday outfits. It's all about the pictures. And I mean, you have to think about it. When I had babies, and I'm sure a lot of you too, photographs were expensive, man. You had to buy the film and then you had to pay to get it developed. And you had to find the camera, which was somewhere in the house, right? And so you were like really judicious about the pictures you took. Now, this generation is like the most photographed generation ever. So that's what it's all about. You buy the cute pictures, you buy the cute clothes so you can take cute pictures of them, right? Isn't that what it's about? All right, here we go. 3 cards for the collective. What do we see for this week ahead? The first full week of December. Let's see what we got. First card, the 10 of Wands reversed. So I like this card reversed. And, you know, I think very often when I see the 10 of Wands reversed, I think about us remembering to treat each other nicely. Us remembering that we are friends and that we have friends. So that would be a nice thing to do this week. Let's see what we got next. The 8 of Cups. And so there is that sense of like, when we look at these 2 cards together, this sense of choosing to walk away from what has been hurtful and maybe opening up to something new. And maybe that's a new way of being supportive of each other. Maybe that's a new way of finding, maybe that's walking away from people who won't stand with you and instead stand against you, and finding the people that do stand with you. Maybe it's about that. And finally, the Hanged Man reversed. I kind of like to see the Hanged Man reversed because it's an action taking. So what do we see here? I think this will be a week where instead of sitting and waiting, we're going to be more inclined to take action. It's important, if we're going to take action, that we have all the information. I think this is a week where we are going to try to not base our thoughts and actions solely on emotion, that we're going to seek some emotional healing, and that we are maybe going to choose to not be in the position of, how do I want to say this? Of feeling like we don't have people around us we can count on. To figure out who are the people we can count on. And let's be people that other people can count on. So there's a lot here about community building. And I think at this time of year, we often gather with people we haven't seen, or we make a special effort to do holiday observations with the people that we care about. And so overall, this is not about fun. Oh, get together with your friends and party, although, if you can, do. This is about the concerted and intentional effort to share the burden, to share the load, to walk away from what doesn't work, and to take control of situations rather than letting situations control us. So let me know how that lands for you. It's heavy, but it's sort of positive, really. Excuse me, or at least it is a directive of what not to do. To recognize that there are some journeys that we have to take alone. And there are other journeys we should really be willing to ask for help, and we should be willing to help one another. And knowing the difference there matters. All right. I will take these requests in the order in which I see them. And Katie says that definitely resonates for her this week. Perfect. All right, Night Wish. You're the first one up. Let us see a card for you for the week ahead. The Queen of Wands, what a nice card. This week, pay attention to your creativity. Pay attention to the things about which you are passionate. Nurture those things within yourself and within others. Let this be a week where you nurture the things that matter most to you. All right. And a card for your aunt, most certainly. The Five of Pentacles reversed. All right, so for your aunt, the key is new opportunity. Whether that's for friendship, whether that's for work, whether that's for money, the key this week for your aunt is to seek new opportunity. And you might think the opportunity is not there, but it is. You just need to look for it. All right. And Jackie says the 3-card weekly reading resonates. I've been feeling this week would be like that. And Pamela sees in the cards an admonition to pace yourself this week. Interesting. All right. Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a card for you. Oh, Melissa, did you just get this deck? It's great, right? Okay, Von Ray. The 8 of Pentacles reversed. And honestly, I know you've made a decision to pull back from some things this week or this month. And this really confirms that decision, that there's only so much energy you have. There's only so much you're really feeling like doing right now, and honoring that is honoring yourself. So this is, and you've gotten other confirmations for this, Von Ray, but this is really clear. It's like this week, don't do more than you have to. Oh, interesting. I love to hear people's takes on the cards. So Pamela says, pace yourself. Marion says, all 3 cards had an image at the bottom like roots spreading. The wands reversed, cups in pyramid shape, branches of the hanging man's tree, just like roots spreading out, looking for nurturing. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. And Denise says the collective hits for her as well. All righty. Good, good. All right, Martha Vink, here we go. Martha, I owe you an email, and I was just thinking about that. And this confirms what I'm going to say to you in the email. 4 of Pentacles, boundaries. You have to set boundaries. You cannot let other people set boundaries for you, and you cannot let other people make you feel guilty based on the boundaries you're setting for yourself. You know, it cuts both ways. You know, you get to do what feels right for you. And setting those boundaries is really important. I'll send you an email. I've got much to say. Marion Newberry, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Here is a card for you. Marion, the 10 of Cups reversed. I wonder if this week, if you've got going on some family stuff, some residual family stuff, some memories coming up that are not as pleasant as you would like. It is really important this week to remember that you are loved, to remember the situations and places that make you feel valued and that feel valuable to you, and really cultivate that energy around you. Do not let anything past or present cause you to feel less than. And I do want to, while I got you, I want to let you know, those of you who are members at the Stars and Suns level, I've put up the link in the community tab for our next Suns and Stars Zoom. So go ahead and get that if you happen to be a member at the Sun or Star level. See, there's perks. There's perks at every level. All right. All right. Smile Soul 20, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. The Princess of Swords. So that's like the Page of Swords. So this week, you have an opportunity to learn, and you have an opportunity to communicate. Learning and communicating really are the keys here. Do not be afraid to say what needs to be said if it really needs to be said, and pay a lot of attention because there's a lot of opportunity to learn. All right. Hey, Jeannie Mnuchin, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You're hoping for good health, right? I know you've been dealing with COVID, been dragging on. So you've made a request of the cards. You would like them to send you the star. Well, we'll see what we get here. And we're all sending you love and healing. Here we go. Oh, I think we can take the Emperor. So, Jeannie, this would be about stability. This would be about return to community, and would also be about community leadership, which is ultimately what you're going for. So I think you will find some real improvement this week. Absolutely. Maria Baresi, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here with Anthony. We got a card for you and a card for Anthony. So first of all, for you, Maria, looking at this week ahead, the King of Cups reversed. You know, I know a little bit about your story, and I would so see this as your late husband giving you his blessing as you go forward. And I know that perhaps particularly at this time of year, I am sure he is missed, and I'm sure that that is hard. But I really feel like, we take this as a message of his support for you and his support for the decisions that you're making. Now, for Anthony. Oh, look at that. You're the second person to get this card today. Anthony, you're really thinking, and this goes beyond this week, certainly, but you're thinking about how you are going to adult, how you are going to be a leader, who you are going to be in your community, how you're going to find your community. And while you may not do all of that in 1 week, that is the energy that you are setting forth as you go through this week and into your future. And it's very good and very appropriate. Peggy Lou Levens, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member here. A card for you and for Samantha, most certainly. All right, here we go. Starting with you, Peggy Lou. When we look at the week ahead for you, the Knight of Swords reversed. I think there are ways that you don't really know how to go forward, and you don't really know how to move yourself ahead. And that's hard. And I think sometimes you forget the power that you have. You forget the voice that you have. You forget the ability that you have to be self-determining. And so you let other people in other situations determine your experience. And I'm going to say something. There's a part of you that does it because you don't know what else to do. But there's a part of you that does it because it serves you. Because if you can blame another situation, people outside of yourself, for their poor behavior creating something bad for you, then you no longer have the responsibility to fix it. This card comes up to say, you can't fix every single situation in your life, but if there are people who are saying bad things to you, you can fix that. You have the power to fix that. And they've made you feel like you don't, but you do. Now, for Samantha, here we go, Samantha. Samantha, look at you. You get the High Priestess. So what a fabulous card for you. This week, pay attention to spiritual matters. If you're not sure what to say, don't say anything at all. If you have a meditation practice, do that. And if you don't, it's a good week to develop one. Recognize the grounding and the balance and the flow that come from acknowledging your connection to something larger than yourself. Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. How are you doing? Glad you're here. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for being a member. Card for you and for Brad, absolutely. Okay, so here we go. For you first, Nalini. Oh, you're the second one to get this. 4 of Pentacles, and I think for you, just because I know a little bit about your story, I think for you this is very much about getting the financial ducks in order. And this may not, the solutions you find may not be permanent solutions, but they'll get you to where you can make the next solution. So this week is really about getting the finances in order, and you will. Okay, and for Brad, here we go, Brad. Look at you. I shuffled, you saw me shuffle, and you get the same card as Nalini. So the two of you put your heads together, looking at your individual situations and your situation together. How can you create a structure financially, emotionally, in every way that works for the two of you? That's what you both need to be doing. That's pretty powerful, and it's auspicious. Horse Fan Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Here is a card for the week for you. The 8 of Wands reversed. So I think you have to look at sort of what's going on around you and what the energy is around you. And there may be some energies that you're feeding into that you need to stop. Just stop right here, right now. Don't do that anymore. Whatever it is you're saying, whatever it is you're thinking, it may not be serving you. I'm going to give you a quick example. I was talking to someone who had just landed a new job. And she was excited about this new job, but every time she talked about the job, she said very clearly, and I can't possibly do this job. She had already accepted the job. She was already moving to take this job, but she kept saying, and I cannot possibly do this job. And I'm like, whoa, hold up. Obviously, you think you can do the job because you took it. So maybe you need to stop saying that you can't. Let's change that story. Now, that's a very drastic example, but I think on some subtle level, you're doing a similar thing, Horse Fan Dunn. So look at what you're saying yes to that you should be saying no to, or what you're saying no to that you should be saying yes to. See where that takes you. I know, Nalini, that was incredible, right? Gotta love it. All right. Febborn, so nice to see you. Here is a card for you. Oh, look at this. This was the first card in the 3-card weekly reading, so very auspicious. But what it says to you this week is you don't have to do it all on your own. Ask for help when you need it. Make connections with others. Reach out to friends. You don't have to carry the load all yourself. That's the important piece right there. All right. And while I've got you here, I do want to remind you that I work throughout the holiday season. Don't think you're going to disturb me. Reach out for a reading. I am happy to speak with you. And remember, a gift certificate for reading is a gift that will keep on giving all year long. All right. Carrie Donick, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for the week. The Knight of Wands reversed. I am wondering if there is a way in which you are feeling stuck. I am wondering if there is a way that you are feeling like you're not passionate about where you're at and what you're doing, and you're going to have to dig in to find your passion or find something else to do. So are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling unmotivated? Are you not feeling well? Are you not feeling passionate? Think about what that is and then figure out what you have to do to get yourself back off in the right direction, pursuing the things that matter to you. Because at the end of the day, that's what you need to be doing. And a huge shout out. Someone has joined our ranks. Karen Hendershot has become a member of this channel. Karen, I want to thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Karen and I have known each other since I was living and working in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. And I'm so happy that our connection has continued all this time. I know there's a few others of you here that I met when I was in the Poconos. So, Karen, we really appreciate this. There is a whole playlist of members-only stuff, and we do a members-only live once a month that you can join. And check out that playlist. There's a whole bunch of stuff for you there. So we really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, here we go. Claire C., thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate that. Here is a reading for you. Okay, now this was also in the 3-card reading, so very auspicious for you, Claire. I wonder, I know you've been talking about potentially taking a trip. I wonder if this is part of that, either doing a little traveling this week or making plans for a trip. Get your ticket to StarCon. Come back to StarCon. Anyway, but it's also about choosing not to wear the weight of other people's expectations, of walking away from other people's drama, from other people's idea of what you should be and what you should be doing, and walking toward your own destiny, your own journey, the journey of your own choosing and your own making. How about that? Kimmy, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for the week for you. I shuffled, but Kimmy, what changes are happening for you? What are you getting ready to walk away from? It may be something emotional. It may be just ready to go out on holiday break. It may be a change in your educational level where you're leaving one thing behind and opening up to another thing. But one way or the other this week, think about what you are leaving behind and what you are walking toward. All right. Teresa C., thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. We appreciate you. Here is a card for the week ahead for you, Teresa C. Wow, this is a popular card. Teresa, boundaries with yourself, boundaries with others. Be careful with your resources this week. Time, money, and energy. Do not overdo it. Take good care of yourself and your resources always, but especially this week. Pamela Phillips, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. A card for you and one for your daughter. Your daughter's not feeling well again. I'm so sorry. All right, let's see what we got going on for you, Pam. Pam, the Ten of Swords. I feel like this is a tough week. I don't know if it's something that has already happened, something that is happening, or something that you're dreading. But there's something that is really feeling upsetting. Maybe it's having your daughter be so far away and going through a difficult time. But here's what you have to look at. You have to acknowledge the things that are hurtful and the things that are upsetting. But think carefully about how you act on them. I think so often when we are upset, we get into a place where and now I must take action. But we can't let being upset drive the action. Acknowledge what you're feeling, but then let logic drive what action you take next. So this week, be especially kind to yourself. Acknowledge what's going on, acknowledge what you're feeling, but be careful about making any plans for action. Okay, now your daughter. Knight of Pentacles, I really do feel like your daughter is on the way to recovery. She may have to seek medical help once again. But one way or the other, she is moving forward. It's taking time, but she will recover. And this is also something that bodes well for her career. So not only will her health recover, so will her career. Betty Flesher, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member here. We appreciate you. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. Oh, look at that. This was again a card in the 3-card reading, so very auspicious for you. Betty, this week, if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Only do what you have to do. And if it's fun, you can do it. If it's not fun and you don't have to do it, don't do it. And see if you can reach out to some friends, enjoy some people around you. Kim K, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. The Three of Cups reversed. I don't know if there's an issue right now with friends or family, or if there's something that is upsetting you, something this week where you're not going to be able to do all the things that you would like to do. But this is not a card I prefer to see reversed. So, here's the list. If you've discovered that you have false friends, do not trust them. If there are some people you're having a hard time being around and you don't have to be around them, don't be around them. If you're not having enough fun and you have the opportunity to have fun, by all means, by all that is holy, get thee out and have some fun. Okay, there you go. Christina R., it's nice to see you. Your finals are done and you're on break. Congratulations. So, cards for you and Karen Winkle, most certainly. Starting with you, Christina. You saw me shuffle, and here it is again. Well, during your break, you are duty-bound to get together with friends. Have some social time. Enjoy people that you care about, and enjoy not having to carry the heavy burden that you've been carrying for at least a minute before you have to pick it up again. Have a good week. Now, Karen Winkle is a member here, and we appreciate her. Here is a card for Karen. I shuffled. Karen, I know that your new job has been difficult. I know that. But I also know that you have good people around you, people that you enjoy. I know that there have been some social situations where people you kind of thought were your friends, you're not feeling so friendly toward right now or with. But that's okay. And it's interesting that both you and your daughter got the same card, which for me is about don't carry burdens, help each other, spend some time with the people you care about. So maybe the two of you should go do something fun this week. But one way or the other, try not to take things so heavy this week, Karen, emotionally. And if people are putting work on you that isn't yours, it may be time to push back a little and to sort of say, this is not in my job description, but it is in yours. So let's get it done. All right. Katie Kondo, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And I want to thank you very much for your very generous super sticker. Here is a card for you. The Nine of Cups reversed. So this week, there's this whole internal conversation. What do you wish for and what is possible? And where is it possible to make your wishes come true and where is it not? And can you use extraordinary means to make your wishes come true? There is a lot here that you're not happy with. And we understand that. And you are doing your best to just withstand that. But what can you do to make it different? And what must you do to make it different? And how soon? Those are the questions. It's not going to be immediate. But that's what you have to work with. And that's really your spiritual homework right now. Melissa Grosso, it's so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. The Six of Wands reversed. Melissa, as you start this week, I feel like you're either feeling I don't wanna, or I've got things going on that aren't going the way I want, or I'm not getting the help or the recognition that I need or deserve, or some conglomeration of all of that. Control what you can control. And one of the things you can control is the way that you see yourself. Recognize that the goals that you set for yourself may be higher than the goals that others have set for you. It is good to go for excellence. But if you fall short from excellence, it might still be a win. And you might need to remember that. It feels like you're harder on yourself than anybody else is. All right. I need to say thank you to Pamela for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And let's see. And I need to say thank you as well to Angelic Michelle for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Angelic Michelle is a member. We appreciate her membership. We appreciate her helping out with a super sticker as well. Pam is also a member, and we appreciate the super chat. Thank you, everyone, for helping out in all the ways that you do. All right. Mediha Ness, so nice to see you, Ness. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being a member here. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Wow, this is a popular card today, and it was the first card in the 3-card weekly reading. And for you, Mediha, recognize that you are not alone. In whatever ways you feel different, in whatever ways you feel singled out, in whatever ways you feel like you do not belong. There are some places and ways where that's true. But in the places where it's most important, in the ways where it is most important, you do belong, and you need to really surround yourself with that feeling. And recognize the connection that you have with the important people in your life. All right, DH, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. All right, here we go. DH. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. So I don't know if you have some time off this week or if you can take some time off. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your job or whatever. But the idea is one of a few things may be true. It might be that it's time to look for a new job. It might be that it's time to take some time off. It might be that one way or the other this week, you need to take things a little lightly. You don't have to do it all this week. You don't have to get it all done this week. Breathe, relax. If you don't feel like the same old grind and you can get away from it for a minute, an hour, an afternoon, a day, whatever it takes, get away from the routine and do something different. It will help you. Pamela's Insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a moderator. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Pamela's Insight. Look at you go. The King of Wands. You are on it and you are in it to win it. This week, you are really going to step into some leadership in regards to the things about which you are really passionate. Art, tarot, you know, whatever. Moving forward in a huge way and ultimately letting the community see who you are and what you can do. I don't know if you're doing all of that this week, but you sure are making plans toward it. All right, Sirius Shakir, so nice to see you. Here is a card for you. The Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so this week, you got to make the best of a difficult situation. There's definitely some things that are not going the way you want them to go. But what you just got to do is the best that you can and know that it's going to be okay. That's it. Do the best you can and know it's going to be okay. Do that this week and all will be fine. Okay, Kathleen Gallant, how are you? Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. The Eight of Wands reversed. You are not the first one. You're not the first one to get this card this week, Kathleen. For you, though, it feels like feeling stuck. Like this week, you have some decisions to make. Do I stay or do I go? Do I go forward with this or do I do something else? Do I make this happen or I do the other thing happen? Do I go here or do I go there? Whatever the decisions are, this is your week for decision making. No one can decide but you. And Anjali, thanks for being a new subscriber here. We appreciate you. Glad you're here. Okay, the next request that I see is Janine Barnes. Thanks for being here. Here is your card for the week. The Five of Cups. Janine, there's some stuff going on or that has been going on that's been upsetting. This week, you have to sort of hold space for what has been hurtful and what has been upsetting. But you also have to remember that there are still good things around you. So that balance of grief and hope is what has to happen here. You have to acknowledge your feelings, but you also have to be in a place of acknowledging hope because there is hope. All right. Arlette Coelho, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you and a card for Chris. For Chris. The weekend was rough, hoping for a better week, certainly. Starting with you, Arlette. This card, it's been coming up a lot. The Eight of Wands reversed. Arlette, this feeling of being stuck. You think you're stuck, but are you really? Are you really, though? Find the freedom in the circumstances that you have. You can see it as being limited, or you can see it as having options within those limitations. How you see it is how you'll feel it. So, try to see it in the way that's most helpful. And for Chris. And there it is again, another popular card for the week. This card came up in the 3-card weekly reading, so it's especially auspicious. Chris, as you go forward through this week, recognize you don't do it alone. You have friends, you have family members, you have teammates, you have people around you that are there to help you and that you are there to help. Focus on team building. Focus on being part of the team and what that feels like. And if there's any members of the team that you're having a hard time getting along with, try to work through that so you can work as a cohesive team. Elizabeth Peralta, so nice to see you. Oh, we did the grandchildren report earlier. Thanks for asking. I'll be putting up some pictures soon. They're adorable. All right. Look at you, Queen of Wands. This week, really pay attention to the things that you enjoy, to the things about which you are passionate, to the things that sing to your heart. Nurture those things most predominantly. All right, let's see. The next request I see here is Gina Rutledge. Glad that you're here. Thanks for being a member, Gina. We really appreciate you. Here is a card for you. Ace of Cups. Yay! Gina, this week, be in the high vibration of the energy of unconditional love. Excuse me. This might be about making new friends, meeting new people. It might be about deepening the relationships you already have. It might be about remembering that you love someone who has recently been pissing you off. One way or the other, love is with you, and love is the most powerful energy, the most powerful magic. The surest proof we have of the existence of a higher power comes from that energy of love that is right now, right this minute, circling you, within you, and around you. And I think it's funny, there's a typo here. I'm not trying to embarrass you for a typo. We all make them. But I'm trying to say that your typo is lit. Okay, Gina got the Ace of Cups, and the typo is love a card this morning, please? Yes, love is a card this morning, please. Hey, we could use some moderators. I know we've got a couple of moderators here. Please do your moderation thing, my friends. All right. So Gina, is love a card this morning? Yes, it is, and it's yours. And Janine, you've been in the hospital. I'm so sorry you're in the hospital. So taking time off does make sense. All right, Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for the week for you. Man, should I just get rid of the deck and just give this card to everybody? Again, this was part of the 3-card weekly reading. For you, Jackie, I'm going to give it a very specific meaning of networking. What you need to do next, you do not do alone. You have many people who know you, many people who appreciate you, many people who see your skills. Use those connections to get to where you need to go next. Joanne Smiths, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You're here with Charlie, and Charlie is a member as well. We appreciate that too. A card for each of you, most certainly yes. Starting with you, Joanne. When we look at your week ahead, the 9 of Swords reversed. Well, I'm so glad it's reversed. This is a card that we much prefer to see in its reversal. There is a lot. Pamela's insight. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Okay. There is a lot for you, Joanne Smith. There is a lot going on. And some of it upsets you, and some of it worries you, and some of it may legit be upsetting and worrying. But reversed, there's either a sense that this week that's going to lighten and things are going to get better, or that it's really not going to be as bad as you think. And or that you're being directed while acknowledging that to open yourself up to some greater lightness of being, some greater lightness of feeling, and try to do that this week. Now, Charlie, let's see what we got for Charlie. Thank you for being here, Charlie, and thanks for being a member. There it is. There it is. So, this week, it just keeps coming up. This week, Charlie, don't do more than you can. Don't do more than you should. Do try to spend some time in communication with people that you care about. And recognize, what did they say? Rome was not built in a day, neither will your property be. It will take time, let it take time. All right. Okay. And you see, you can't always see, but I shuffle between each one, right? So if the same cards keep coming up, and the cards aren't marked in any way or specifically damaged in any way, if the same cards keep coming up, it's for a reason. Okay. Okay, Lit, you're next. Six of Swords reversed. This week, you have to really think about how you want to go forward. You may be feeling overwhelmed with emotion. You may not see a path forward. You may not know exactly what you want to do or how you're going to do it. What you got to do, Lit, to turn things around is really put your thinking cap on. Use your logic, use your intelligence to find your way forward. It may be time for a new plan, and you have the intelligence to make that happen. So do it. Hey, Quinn, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Some of the feedback here is really great. I am seeing the feedback. Jackie, Mediha, I'm seeing your feedback. Thank you so much. I won't necessarily read it aloud in the interest of time, but I sure do see it, and I appreciate it. Okay, Quinn, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Quinn, look at you. King of Cups this week. You are on it. You are really needing to gather your energy and your strength to be the leader that you know you are, to do the things you know you need to do that will lead you to where you really want to go. This is about your strength returning. This is about your healing. This is about your natural leadership tendency. This is about your creative talent. And this is about all of this coming together and pulling you forward. All right. Karen Hendershot, nice to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for becoming a member. We really appreciate that. All right. Here we go, Karen. Karen Hendershot. When we look at your week ahead, the Fool reversed. I feel like you are in a decision-making process, and you want to be careful to measure out your decisions and make the one that's really going to serve you. There are times you're like, man, I just feel like burning the place down. Not really, but you know what I mean. But no, you shouldn't do that. But maybe you could light a small fire in the corner over there. Metaphorically speaking, of course. So as you go forward this week, really try to make decisions. Karen, I feel like I'm doing you twice. Am I? I think I am. Oh, no, I'm not. I talked about you because you became a member, but I didn't do your cards. That's what it is. Sorry. I got so many voices in my head. Mostly they're angels and spirits, but sometimes you got to wonder. All right. So, Karen, be careful this week. Keep yourself in check. That's the important thing. You will have some decisions to make. You will have some opportunities. Choose carefully. And do not choose based on emotion. All right. Denise Woods, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. A card for Jerry and one for you. I'm going to start with you. Jerry, you have a hard time coming to a place of peace, and that's what you have to work on. Recognizing that you cannot solve every problem all at once, but you still have to be at peace with the way you are. See what you can do this week to cultivate that inner peace. Denise, whose name rhymes with peace. Denise, I said I was doing you first, but then I pulled that card and I really felt like it was for Jerry. I know that was confusing, and I'm really sorry. I was confused too. But I'm giving the Two of Swords, the card of peace, to Jerry. Jerry needs to cultivate that inner peace by recognizing that he can't always fix everything and things aren't always going to be perfect. Denise, this card is for you. I apologize for that confusion. Sometimes the cards do what they want to do. Denise, the Magician reversed. You have to look at new ways of communicating. You have to look at new ways of doing the things that you're doing, and you have to bring new tools into your life, whether that's technology, whether those are emotional tools, whether those are tools like tarot or metaphysical tools. You need new tools. So new ways of communicating and new tools for you, and for Jerry, seeking peace without perfection. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay. And Denise has also requested cards for Tonda and Amy, most certainly. Okay, Tonda. Tonda, this week you go into the week being more worried than you need to be. Yes, there are some things going on, and yes, there are some things that are upsetting, but try to lighten up because there's good things here too. This week, a focus on the positive will serve you. Amy. Amy. Amy, this has been a popular card. Self-care this week. Take care of yourself and take care of your resources. Do not use time, money, or energy that you don't have. PL Day, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. This was in our 3-card weekly reading, so very auspicious. This week, think about what it's time to let go of, what is no longer serving you, what it's time to walk away from. And as you walk away, one thing, think about what you want to walk toward. That's the important thing. And we've got the astrology report from Horst Van Dunn. Thank you for that. Full moon on the 8th in Sagittarius. Truth, law, justice, and the light. Hallelujah. There you go. Okay. D9. So nice to see you. Here's a card for you, D9. Here we go. You know, this 8 of Pentacles reversed has been coming up for a lot of people. And for you, D9, I've got this very clear image that there's a way that you've been banging your head against a wall, trying to get something done and it hasn't been working. Maybe try a different way. You may have better success using a different tactic. Try switching things up this week. Mystics Haven, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Mystics Haven. Oh man, this Nine of Swords reversed has been coming up for people, and it's come up for you. At least it's reversed. For you, it makes me wonder if you've been having trouble sleeping. If there's been a lot of worries in your mind, a lot that's upsetting you. Find a new way to let go of your worries, to find comfort. You know, years ago, I learned something about the importance of self-comfort, that we are not always very good at comforting ourselves. We look outside of ourselves for comfort, and it's not always there. So this week, work on self-comfort. All righty. Kanchan Verma, nice to see you. I'm sorry you're having a tough scenario. I'm just going to pull a card for the week ahead, and we'll see how it applies, or if it doesn't apply, or whatever. We'll see. The Six of Pentacles reversed. Well, there's definitely a situation here where you're feeling treated unfairly, but it's important to remember that it cuts both sides. She's having some issues too, and whether she's right or wrong, or healthy or unhealthy in the way she's presenting them, they are her issues as well, and she's making them your issues. So if you can find a different way to deal with this, and maybe some other situations in your life that feel unfair. And it is this lesson about looking at things through the eyes of your enemy. And that's not to say your enemy is correct, but it's to say if you can see things through their eyes, you have an easier chance of solving your problem. Okay. Ashley, you're next. Thanks so much for being here. And where did everything go? I just overscrolled. Hang on. Here we go. Ashley! Here is the card to begin your week. You're the second one to get this. At least you will not be alone in this. Ten of Swords is a hard card. It may suggest you're dealing with some difficult things this week. And I think what you have to look at this week, Ashley, is what's hurting you, what's bugging you, what's upsetting you, and how do you heal, and how do you change it, and how do you take charge of it. So spend some time this week thinking about what's not working and how to fix it. There will be solutions. You know, the 10 lets us know that we could be coming to the end of this journey. Chara Saddlemeyer, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you and a card for Lucian, most certainly. Starting with you, Chara, thank you for being a member here. We really do appreciate you. There's that darn card again. This has been coming up so much for people, and it was in our 3-card weekly reading as well. For your Chara, I'm going to say it's all about teamwork. Let other people help. Ask for help when you need it. Delegate when you need it. You have been coming on a hard journey for a long time, and you've done a lot of it on your sheer strength. Now it's time to let other people help you. And for Lucian, the Hanged Man reversed. This was also in our 3-card weekly reading, so once again, very auspicious. Lucian, you need to stay busy this week, being active, taking care of the things you need to take care of. Do not put things off. Do not procrastinate. Angelic Michelle, I want to thank you so much for being a member, and I want to thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Here is a card for you. The 9 of Cups reverse, girl. There's a real sense here that there's some stuff going on where you're just not happy. You're not happy with something, or you're not happy in general. And the question is, What's really going on there? What can you do? What can you visualize that will make things better? Recognize the power of manifestation, the power of visualization. That is not to take away from the reality of how you're feeling right now, but it is to say that it is possible to visualize and create something better. You may not get that all done in a week, but you can get a start. Maya, it is so nice to see you. Maya Turner. Are you still in Las Vegas? Good trip. Hope everything's well. Glad to see you. Thank you for being a member. Here is a card for the week ahead for you. The King of Swords reversed. Well, you know when you're traveling with someone how really important communication is? Yeah, that. Whether you are still traveling or whether you are, your trip has just ended, paying attention to communication in the family is like the most important thing this week. And as we've said before, it's on you to make sure it's happening. Sorry to sound like a broken record there. Baby cakes. Here's a card for you. Here we go. All right, baby cakes. Two of Swords reversed. You have some decisions you need to make. I don't know if they need to be made this week, but they need to be made soon. And here's the reality. You may have to choose when you don't want to choose. And you may have to choose between things that you're not really keen on and not really sure about, but trust yourself to make the right choices. All right. Hang on one second here. Here we go. And everyone, I thank you so much for your feedback. I do read all the feedback, and I really do appreciate it. I don't always read it aloud, but I do. And Maya, you are in Vegas and having fun. That's fabulous. And if you want to do something that Nick doesn't want to do, make sure you communicate how important it is to you while you're there. All right. Christy Silva. The Six of Pentacles reversed. There have been some things that have happened in your life that are not fair. But this week, it's really time to turn a corner on finding your balance. Ask for help if you need it. Take time if you need it. But come to that place of finding your balance. You have been feeling very empty for a long time, and it's been really hard. I'm not saying it's going to get better all in this week, but we are starting to move forward. Lydia, it's so nice to see you. A card for you and a card for your boyfriend, certainly. Here we go. Autumn Pond, you made it. You're in time. It's good to see you. Past couple times I've been seeing messages come up after I'm no longer live, and I feel bad when that happens. So I'm glad you're here, Autumn Pond. I will absolutely get to you. All right now we are doing Lydia. Lydia, for you. The Seven of Wands. Lydia, you go. This week, stand up for what's important to you, even if you feel like you're standing alone. Stand for what matters. Speak your truth. Be strong. You don't have to be defensive. Just be truthful and strong in who you are and what you do, and all will be well. And for your boyfriend, okay, for the boyfriend, Five of Cups. There's been some loss and some difficulties, some things that have not worked out the way you wanted, some things that have been hurtful and upsetting. You got to hold space for that, but you also have to hold space for the improvement, which is inevitable. Improvement is inevitable. Okay, and Autumn Pond. Thank you for being a member here. Again, I'm so sorry we've missed you the past couple of times, it seems. But I'm glad you're here today. And here is a card for you. Man, what do we say, man, when a card just keeps coming up and up and up and up for so many people and was in the 3-card weekly reading? Well, it's a different interpretation for each person, but it's still such an interesting energy. And in this deck, it's actually called Oppression, and it's reversed, so I'm going to take that overall for everyone as a sign of a greater... A raising in the vibrational level of the planet where all beings shall be honored. How about that? Now, to you, Autumn Pond, I would like to see this be a week where you are able to have some fun, where you don't have to do everything, where you don't have to carry the weight of everything, where you can say no to some things, where you can ask for help with some things, and where you can say, you know, this was never mine to carry in the first place, and I don't have to carry it anymore. Thank you very much. Try that this week. All right. My friends, from my perspective, I have come to the end. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate now. Please remember, we've got Global Tarot Circle coming up this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Please do join us. If you are a member at the Sun or Star level, there's an important message for you in the community tab. I'll put up some baby pictures in the community tab probably later today for everybody, so check those out. I want to welcome new member Karen Hendershot. I want to thank everybody who helped out with super chats and super stickers, and I want to thank everyone for being here. Welcome to the new members. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and make sure you hit the bell. In the description, we have how to book a reading with me. Please do. I'm available throughout the holiday season. How to get your StarCon tickets. Please do. You can join us in person or online. You really do want to join. It's going to be great. And how to check out my Linktree, see all the stuff I got going on. My friends, I want to thank you so very much. I will be back tomorrow with our new Tuesday Tarot, but it probably will not be at the usual time. It will probably be a little later in the afternoon, maybe 1-ish. So look for that link to go up. I'll get it up as soon as I know what my schedule is. Thank you all so very much, friends. I'll look forward to seeing you soon.